Wait a minute. That's not what it's like to work here. That recruiting video's just a hunk of shit.
What's up, guys? And Revere, Anderson, and obviously Zeno. Zeno is on Discord with me right now. Good morning. Glad to be able to finally get back on after yesterday's little debacle. For those of you that are not on the Discord and didn't know, my router and the cable modem, it's all one single combined unit from Comcast, decided it was going to give up the ghost yesterday. So I had to wait for Comcast in order to be able to get me a new one dropped out at the house ASAP. So, kudos to them for being able to respond as quickly as they did without me having to run into a store. But that means that I didn't get to play a couple times this week, which means I'm really, really behind. So Zano has volunteered to help me out this morning. And we're going to set an extremely lofty goal for 2 people. I mean, it's obtainable, but it's still lofty. We're going to try and burn out 5 million in trades today. So we'll just see how that pans out. Quality of life updates yesterday. Drop downs now support fuzzy find. Awesome. That's good to know. That's good to know, Revere. I mean, we're going to be doing a hell of a lot of grind here in the next 3 hours, so I may not necessarily be pulling the tool up, because I think we already know what we're targeting this morning, which is Laranite. There's a couple of processes that Brigand had come across. I believe it was Brigand. I want to make sure he gets the right accolades for it, about what he deemed to be the sphere of influence. And if we can work that correctly, then that means that we can get multiple big ships loaded very, very quickly, which is exactly what we're going for. So although I will be active with chat today, chat is probably not going to be the number one thing that I'm paying attention to. So guys, if you're in chat and somebody asks a question, please feel free to respond, or if Zano, you see it and I haven't responded yet, just shout out over Discord and let me know.
Okay, sure, will do.
So first thing is first this morning, we are trying to get set up for the trade process. Obviously, you know I'm going to wrap up by noon, at least noon my time, so that gives us about 3 hours to make this happen. And if we make this happen and we don't run into any issues, then tomorrow's giveaway is not going to be a Cutlass Black. Tomorrow's giveaway will be a Caterpillar. That's the point of this goal today. So hopefully that will kind of resonate with a lot of folks, and we'll see how it all pans out today. See if tomorrow's giveaway can be one of the biggest ones we've done on the channel. And obviously, right now it's me and Zano, so if other pilots happen to be available or become available, that will just make the process that potentially that much easier. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. But I think the calculation was like I think it was like 15 Caterpillar loads
Yeah,
of
pretty
Laranite.
much.
So that's how much risk we are accepting today, is 15 Caterpillar loads of Laranite. And with any luck, we also don't run into any stream snipers that want to come out and just screw us over in this process. Just have to see how it plays out. So what we're doing to set up this morning, first thing is Xano is grabbing his, was it the Mustang Omega?
Yeah.
He's going to bring that out to the Besdick location, and he's going to park that there for me, so that as he and I run Caterpillars in and out, I don't have to make the long run in the Caterpillar. I can just hop in the Omega real quick, bust out of the sphere of influence, come right back in, and be able to drop back in and knock some stuff out. So, Apep, what's going on, buddy? How you doing this morning? Are you watching while you're working, or what's up? Ah, okay. It's all good. So, since my router issue the other day, or my cable modem issue yesterday, I have a goal today to just grind my butt off. So, if you find yourself with, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes worth of free time, let me know. I'll gladly accept some pilots. That's a bad angle, which means I have to do a micro jump. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how it pans out, but hopefully, oh yeah, each trip we're going to net about 672K. It's a huge profit between the two ships, but again, since I have 4 Caterpillars, basically we're going to take 2, load them up, come back, grab the next 2, take those 2, load them up, and come back, so that way it's a single sale of 4 ships. Now, like I said, we got to get through 15 Caterpillar loads that way. Oh, I have a Cyclone.
You did?
Yeah, I do have a Cyclone in my inventory.
Oh well.
Yeah, Anderson, I usually do wait until about 10K, but the problem is that I've still been having issues even beyond 10K to 15 and 20K range, that I've been running into problems where it still puts the OM around Hurston to where I have to fly forever in order to be able to get it to work. Alright, so Xano, I'm assuming you're en route, huh?
Yeah. So maybe if I do make it when you're just about to load your Laronite on your Caterpillar, I was just thinking that I pilot that ship and you just kill yourself so that you can come already to Lorville, or do you want to come with me?
Go ahead and, like, I can hang out for a few minutes here. I don't know if you're, how far out are you? What's your ETA to get to Besdick?
About 20 million kilometers.
Okay. So I don't know if I will. Okay, I'm okay with risking it. It's one of those scenarios where I can land and load, and then, like you said, potentially just commit suicide, and then I'm back over there at Lorville with a fully loaded Caterpillar sitting here, or just leave the Caterpillar and then go do that. So by the time you get here, I should have the second Cat.
Oh, well, you could do that. I'm just about 50 million clicks away. I'll probably be there.
All right, no worries. I can hold out. So, Ralgoth, that's funny that you can pass out on the um, on the cyclone with that. I know you can do it shipwise because I've done it shipwise, but I've just never done it or tried to do it ground vehicle wise. Well, I remember him saying that he seemed like he was gonna pass out, but he didn't pass out. That's what I was like, okay. Because that was when I was doing the flyby with the 600i. Oh no, that wasn't the 600i. It's when I brought the Gladius in and we were trying to get the the effects on it, the chemtrails and the or not chemtrails, but the plasma trails. So what's that distance looking like now for you, Zeno?
And 1 million clicks. I'll probably be there like in 3 minutes.
Okay, no problem. I'll go ahead and land, get in here, and get this guy loaded then. Now, I mean, if you can take yourself to the brink of passing out, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to pass out Ralgoth. So, I just didn't realize that it could turn that tightly and doing donuts. So it looks like we got a couple other people in and out. So guys, I'm happy to see you here. I unfortunately was not able to stream yesterday and had some equipment malfunctions to work with. So please feel free to join in with chat, guys. If you just want to lurk and watch, feel free to lurk and watch. Today's goal is basically a extension of an attempt to be able to upgrade our giveaway tomorrow. Gonna have to reset. Bob decided he didn't want to let the terminal work for me this morning. It's all Bob's fault. Yeah, I'm not giving away the hammerhead, bud. I'm sorry. Just not gonna happen. Now, it could very well be that if somebody already has a caterpillar and doesn't want the caterpillar, then maybe it'll be one of those scenarios where we say Valkyrie? We give away the Valkyrie as an option. That way everybody can get involved in on it. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how that all works out. Alright, so Bob, are you gonna be a dick? You gonna let me talk to you? What's gonna go on?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like this is a really exciting job or anything. They ain't making spectrum shows, am I right?
But Bob, you're a vital part of the economy, and therefore you are...
We're done here.
Oh, okay, dick. I'm trying to give you praise, and all of a sudden you just want to be an ass to me. Alright, you can deal with it. Huh. Select location, Caterpillar. Come on. You can do it. Yes, I need a Bob emote. See, funny thing is I flew out here before stream one time to make sure everything was going to be copacetic. But the moment that I hit the stream button, now all of a sudden, we are not able to get anything. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, Anderson, if it doesn't work, then I'll get out of the zone and come back in. Normally, like I said, this has been the quick fix in order to be able to get this to work. So we'll see how it pans out. Obviously, Xano needed the couple of minutes to get here anyway, so...
Here?
Yeah, I saw the Mustang come in. So I'll leave the hatch open for you here. We'll go back in, talk to Bob, see if we can get this to work again.
Something I can help you with.
Well, let's see if you're going to be rude this time this morning, Bob.
Bye.
Nope? Alright, we can deal with that. Come on, Mr. Terminal. I know you got something for me. Freaking killing me.
Want me to go outside and come back?
No, we're gonna have to move the, you know, I'm gonna fly up and out. I'm gonna use the Mustang. I'm gonna go up and come back down and in
Okay.
real quick. See if we can get it to reset that way. Alright, so outside of the Armistice Zone. And coming back in. I think you had brought this bad boy down over here somewhere, right? Not used to flying this one, but
And nimble, alright?
it's pretty, yeah, it really is pretty damn nimble. I like it. And this is that, what, the AMD one?
Yep.
So, how did you get a hold of that bad boy?
Well, it was like maybe 7 or 6 years ago. It was just like a gift from the game was promoting AMD cards, or was AMD was promoting the game, or whatever.
Okay.
So I bought the card and got the free Mustang with the free game package as well.
That is fantastic, dude. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, don't give me a service error. Come on.
Well, I've heard that not many people have that Mustang, so it's pretty much like a rare collectible at this moment.
Oh, that's right. It deselected the caterpillar again. Thanks for catching that, buddy. Because when I had originally clicked through, I had tried to make sure that the buy sell click through. Yeah, got it. We're good. Thank you for catching that one. Alright, you should be loaded. Head on back, and I will meet you there.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, the whole attempt this morning is really just about what we can do to expedite the time between two players to make this happen. Mustang is pretty rare since you only have with a graphics card. Xeno bought 2 cars in a single purchase. That kind of sucks that you only were able to get one. Do you remember what video card it was that they had done that with? I mean, obviously, this is years ago, but the official reply was, "We're sorry."
It was a R9 290X Sapphire card.
Really? Because if
It's still the same card that I'm that I'm using today.
So the funny thing about that is my son Dwayne, he doesn't play this game, but that's the video card he purchased years ago, and he still games on it.
Well, when you purchased the card, you had I don't recall correctly if you had to send an email to AMD so that Amazon gave you the game codes, because they were giving away the Star Citizen code and 3 extra games from a list.
Yeah, they're pretty famous for doing that on most video card purchases with AMD. They like running those promotions. But I just find it interesting because you're the second person that I've heard of that is still gaming on that particular setup.
Well, yeah, hopefully I'll renew my system this year or the next one. It depends on how this situation about COVID resolves itself.
Yeah. Oh, I 100% understand, man. It's I mean, I'm blessed to have been able to build my system out in December before everything went crazy, but at least here in the States. So I've got a good long while, but you know, don't get me wrong, I'd still love to be able to upgrade my processor, um, and eventually take my graphics card up to one of the higher end elite graphics cards, but you know, I have no complaints whatsoever with what it's at right now.
You know, I've been researching about what is the most required spec of your CPU for the well, not CPU, your actual rig, between CPU, memory RAM, and video card. For example, on my machine, the frequency of your memory RAM does play a big role in the FPS that you get on games.
Well, that's because it's a sub-optimized, video, and I mean, the thing is like the newer video cards that are all sitting with the onboard DDR5s, the larger your onboard cache is memory, you're going to be able to do significantly better with it. And then, you know, the multi-threading processors also seem to do a lot better with the game for when it's having to supplement the video card. Alright, so let me know once you've been able to land and hop out of that bad boy.
About to land.
Because I don't want to request another ship until after you're landed and it's done. Yeah, Revere, that's we've been seeing the same thing here in Houston a lot, where a lot of the computer stores and everybody's art, it's like massively picked over, and a lot of people have had to build out home offices, and businesses have to build out extra PCs and things to send with people, and it's been brutal trying to find equipment. Good morning, Chris. How you doing? Really? You wanted the 550 versus the X570? So when I did mine, I made the choice not to go for like all the crazy bells and whistles. But yeah, I run that Asus Prime X570 as well, and I have absolutely no complaints behind that 570. Kazuma, good morning.
Okay, you can store your cat.
Alright, you out of it?
Yep.
Alright, let's see. Orville hangar, stay in there because it's probably going to come right to you. Hangar 4, actually. And I'll go ahead and request to open your doors for that one.
Hangar 4, right?
Yep. And when you go in, look up, make sure that the hangar door opened, so that it didn't just try and reopen hangar 5.
Roger that.
Because I did request to open it for you. Yeah, Revere, it's one of those things that when you finally get everything in, you're just like, oh my god, it's about damn time, because you just can't wait to get everything put together. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling well. Xana, was the door open? Was the bay door open?
Oh, I didn't check. I was just focusing on going to the cockpit. Oh yeah, they are open.
Okay, good. I'll wait for you to clear it. I'll grab the second one. We'll head right back out there and knock this out again.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oh, did they just change? Did they change the audio? Because that was a heck of a lot different audio than quality than I've been getting for them saying that you've left the site. All right, so let me grab the next one.
Did you store your caterpillar, the one that you just landed?
It wouldn't let me store it, so it'll automatically store on its own. Chris, the 2080 is a very, very solid video card. The TI, it is a very solid video card. Now, personally, I have not had much, opportunity to be able to get in and see one, but based upon the specs and the rankings and the overall reports against it, it's supposed to be an extremely effective video card. Let's see. Thing is, Star Citizen punishes you by the weakest link in your PC. Yeah, it definitely does, Anderson. If you don't have everything tweaked and set up just right, it's going to be a brutal nightmare. You'll run into a bottleneck somewhere.
We doing Lathan or Vestek?
Let's head to Vestic. The Mustang's out there anyway. Oh, frame rates. That's not cool. Hey, morning, Jelly. Hadn't seen you on. Oh, you had replied earlier. I just hadn't seen you over in chat. How's it going, bud? So yeah, Jelly, huge goal on the channel today. So, if you find yourself with extra time and want to get on for 30 minutes to an hour, let me know. We can definitely use another cat pilot. Let's see, what is my approach angle coming out of Hurston? Oh, good. Actually, that'll put me right there.
Yeah, the Mustang is still there.
Thanks for the host there, Mr. Bulldops. Much appreciated. I read that wrong, Jelly, when you said that. I was reading it and I was like just kind of quickly glancing over, and it's like will do, give me a second, and I read it as I think I just woke up and I'm trying to find food. So yeah, that was like Solza, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you back in. So yeah, huge trading goal for the day. So you guys will see the counter that's sitting up there at 0 right now. We already do have one loaded ship back over at Lorville. We got 2 more that are going to be en route, so we'll probably be updating this in series of 4 ship sales at a time. So 1.3 to 1.5 million, somewhere in that, every single time we get a full round in. So don't be alarmed that you're in here and it's 40 minutes into stream and we haven't seen an update yet. So Jelly, is that one of those moments where it's kind of the conversation of I need coffee or cocaine? One of the two? Something's got to give. And by the way, people, don't do drugs. I'm not advocating drugs. That's your PSA for the day. Yeah, Chad grabbed a couple of the ones that I had talked about. I was gonna let him borrow mine and try them out first, but I haven't had a chance to check back with him today to see how he enjoyed them. I know they take a little bit of time to get used to, but hopefully he'll be in a position where he gets a little bit of flight time under him and sees exactly how much better they are when you have that kind of control at your fingertips. Yeah, so that's the thing is it took me a few hours of Arena Commander in order to be able to really get to where I felt comfortable with the flight sticks, and that was kind of like, you know, I really enjoyed having that dual flight stick set up. Is the Omega still sitting there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Couldn't see at the angle I was coming in at.
Yeah, and it's a tiny ship as well. Nailed that landing, Mike.
Of course. Only a slight slide on that one, right?
Yeah, and a little bump on the rear suspension, but it'll buff out.
Hey, you know what? That's what these things are built for, right? They're when it's unloaded, that means the suspension needs to be broken in, and it's you know, it's meant to have the suspension to carry heavy loads.
Yeah, until you eventually explode on landing, and then you say, "Oh, I think I pushed the suspension a little too much."
Well, you know, when that happens, you know, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. When that happens, you know, I'll just be kind of laughing it off. Because it'll be another one of those oops, oh wells that I'll end up adding to like a really long, you know, bloopers reel.
That's going to be a long blooper reel then.
Alright, so let's see. Alright. Check and see, I believe you are loaded. Should error out at me. I'm going to do this like as a test. Yep.
Yeah, I'll load it up, going to Lordville.
Alright, I'll be there as quick as I can.
So, what you could do is, if it doesn't error on you, just get on the Mustang, go away, come back in, and you should be able to load up your other caterpillar.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I wanted to check while I was at the terminal while we were at stream, just to make sure that it wouldn't let me load the second one before heading out. on the Mustang.
Welcome. Your journey begins now. All systems are operational.
Alright, that's the armistice zone. Heading back in. Now let's see if we can load the second cat up. Once I orient myself to where the building's at again. There it is. How far out of Lorville are you?
Just quantum jump to Lorville. I should be arriving in a little while.
Okay. Alright. I'll be lifting off here in just about 30 seconds on my leg there.
Oh, so he led you by.
Well, I jumped in the Mustang and flew out of the armistice, came back in, and loaded the Caterpillar. So I did have to do that for the Caterpillar to load.
That's even better than getting on the Caterpillar and going all the way to the pilot seat.
Yep. It's much more convenient than having to do that, because that's what I was talking about potentially doing with the freelancer there. Which obviously, because we already had one loaded Caterpillar and these are two, when we come back out, I'll send you with the cat, the fourth cat, and then I will grab the my freelancer and follow behind. The reclaimer would take way too damn long.
But wouldn't it be better like a single seat?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying, because rather than me not have a ship to work with, I'll go ahead and take the extra 66 SCU and bring that out during that time frame. Just for that run.
Oh, to squeeze the last bit of Laranite.
Yep. I mean, it is a lofty goal today, especially with just two of us.
There's this constellation going to land on the same landing pad that I was authorized.
And maybe he just miscued and didn't realize that he just saw one that's open and he's in third-person view. Yeah, dude, Anderson, that would be sick if you could do that like that. So did the Connie actually park in your location?
Yeah. He actually landed there and left the pilot seat. It's not his ship to begin with.
Ah, okay.
Okay, they impounded his ship.
Okay, because I'm on my final approach. I'm about 18 kilometers behind you at this point.
Landing gear down.
And, Praetorian. So, yeah, it's about 336k per caterpillar if you're able to maintain it per load. Which means that if we can get all 4 caterpillars and we do this correctly, it's about 20 to 25 minutes round trip. We're looking, and that includes the, getting the next caterpillar out, getting him launched, getting me and the other one, going in and out of the armistice zone, all that stuff. So, we're looking at, roughly 8 caterpillars an hour is what it looks like.
That's not so bad.
That's not bad at all. At least that's what I'm prefiguring at this point.
On this last caterpillar, we both go on the same one. You load it up and then you kill yourself and sell all of the caterpillars while I'm arriving with the 4th one.
You know what? That actually does work as opposed to having that other ship come in and do it. That's a pretty solid idea. I'll heed your advice on that one.
Yeah, it would be nice if you have like a 5th caterpillar, so that on the last one we just fill up the last one and you just come back to here and sell everything while I come back.
Alright, so I'm overflying the crap out of this right now trying to hurry, but that's all good.
Remember, Mike, you have 1.4 million on that caterpillar. Land it well.
I'm not gonna treat it rough. See, look. Hey, what's 1.4 million between, funny landings?
Nothing.
So, what?
No, I just was going to stay put until you let me know which hangar door are you going to spawn the next caterpillar.
Alright, not a problem. Yeah, Anderson, which route are you talking about taking from the hab? Are you talking about going out to the perimeter? So Praetorian, yeah, I'm waiting for the whole C. We did go and get that on the gray market, so it is technically part of my account now. And as soon as that comes out, I would love to have everybody there for a maiden flight. Alright. Oh yeah, I'll update as soon as I get to the trade terminals, Anderson. Every time I go to the trade terminal itself for sale, that's when I'm going to update the overall. Alright, it says it's on pad in Hangar 5.
Okay, we'll do.
So I'm en route to you as well. I'll open the doors as soon as I jump into the elevator.
And
Yeah.
your doors are open.
So, Anderson, that's what Zano is saying, and I know I read some of the Discord stuff that you figured out how to make it give birth. So that's awesome. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead and click it head on up, Zano. And feel free to pilot. I'll hang out down here until you tell me we're landed.
Will do.
Jelly. No, Jelly. I'm sorry. It's when a mommy caterpillar and a daddy caterpillar come together and decide that they love each other. That's when it happens. It's not just when one caterpillar loves another caterpillar. It's got to be a mommy and a daddy. So yeah, Anderson, you know, I heard about that little scenario, and you know, it seemed like your caterpillars. We're gonna have to call your caterpillars the rabbit caterpillars, because they were breeding like it was nobody's business. Second, just checking something real quick. There we go. All right. So what is everybody else's plans for the day? We got a nice stormy day down here, and it's Chad's wife's birthday today. So my understanding is she invited me and my wife over for this evening, and we will all be hanging out together and probably getting shit-faced drunk at some point in time tonight.
And I just got a quantum drive, just jumped us out into an asteroid field.
Really? Yep. So yeah, and Jelly, one of our, again, I told you about this the other day, but one of our Saturday fun days, I'll be bringing up some. How can I? Oh, let's just say it this way. I'll be bringing up some alcohol to the studio, and it will be a. We'll have to set like a donation amount, and on the donation amount, we'll put it in a scenario where that donation triggers a shot on stream, and we'll see if I can get like blackout drunk on stream. That'll be funny. That'll be a Saturday fun day kind of thing.
Okay, 20 clicks away from the Pestex station. It's a good thing that we have the Mustang, so I always have like a marker to see how much distance we have away from it.
Yeah, it definitely made it easier on the approach as well, seeing that earlier. Perhaps, John, you just seriously want to see me in that damn chicken suit again? Did you just open the doors?
Oh, I figured you were at the front.
Oh, no. I'm back by the latch. I'm glad I was standing off the side, because that would have tossed me out of the ship. I figured that one out. I figured that one out with Chad one day. I was standing on there, and he went to open it up, and I was like, I went flying out of the damn ship. You know, a few thousand feet off the ground. It was awesome. But yeah, John, wow. I got nothing on that one. He'll be drunk, so we might have a chance. I might throw on the mask maybe, but probably not the full suit again. Although it would be more likely to, you'd be more likely to be able to trick me into another bet of some sort at that point. The mask is enough for some meme screenshots. Yes, it is. And I'm glad you guys had an absolute blast with that. I seriously was thinking about taking the one that Mr. Bulldops did, that has the Star Citizen background, and it just has the one chicken chicken image standing there. Yeah, I was thinking about using that as potentially like a banner or something on the channel. Just tell me when we're on the ground, bud.
Up there. Landed.
Yeah, it was a very, very good job, Jelly. I was impressed with what was done to take the high res image and then be able to splice that over and do what he did with it. It was very nicely done. Alright, so that's another 1.4. You should be loaded, sir. If you can confirm and then head out.
My way.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and suicide. Friday giveaway, yep, and all it has is me in a chicken suit. Yep. So, like I said, guys, I am being 100% honest when I say I cannot stand that song. That is like nails on a chalkboard for me. So having to pay that one up was just that was why I said this is embarrassing as shit. Alright, so Anderson, you were saying that I can get to the trade terminals in a different route. Instead of going to the left, I should go right. Now head right instead of left when you exit that building. Okay, will do. Are you talking about here? Once I get out of this building, head this right here. Okay. And head to, you said Levison, right? Which way am I going? Okay, alright. I don't run this way, so that's kind of one of those where it's like, I'm assuming either or here works. Central Business District.
Okay, the fourth caterpillar should be in range. So even if you get there before I land, you should be able to sell the Laronite.
Alright.
I'll still land because we don't want to summon the bad luck of a certain number.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, see, I had always kind of wondered that, Anderson. I just never really messed around with it, because usually when I'm in a kind of a hurry to try and see if I can just push through rather than do some of that extra exploring. So, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know.
I did like a day worth of trading yesterday with rigging.
What, how well did you guys turn out? How well did you profit? Because I know you guys have been buying a ton of ships lately.
Well, Brigand has helped me with the Hurricane, or was it? Yeah, I think it was the Hurricane with some funds, but I still don't know how much has he done. I think he said it on the Discord, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, because I know you guys were at it like all day long. But did you make 16 million, or did you? Okay, 16 million to 25 million. So you made roughly 9 million yesterday. All right, that is a fantastic day of trading in the burst.
Yeah, and not a single 30K.
Well, let's pray to the stability gods. So did you guys end up on a server that didn't have a whole lot of people on it, or how did it work out for you?
Yeah, we pretty much was on a server, and before we knew it, Brigand already noticed that the amount of people on the chat were like 10 at most. Then there was someone on the chat that was just saying that his friend couldn't connect to this server, and then we realized, oh, this is the low population server that is not accepting any incoming connections.
Man, that is just a fantastic place to be when you're trading. Oops, did that one sell?
Okay, landed.
Alright.
Let me know if you sold all of them so that I can just depart already.
Go ahead and depart. It's already sold. I'm going to update the tracker real quick. So guys, I got to tab out for a second here. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Let's open that bad boy up so we can mess with that here on stream. Alright, so our first 1.3 is done. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Glad to see you back on stream.
Well, so far so good. We're actually doing a good progress.
So all things considering that we were able to link up, and it was about what 9:30 my time. So we're looking at about 37 minutes total for all the Caterpillar loads.
Yeah, pretty much. But we were just setting up my ship over there, so this one should probably be shorter.
Hopefully, all things considering that you're already headed outbound. I mean, you'll probably be planet side before I ever even get off Lorville at this point. But, hey, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, this is all for tomorrow's giveaway. So, if we hit the goal, don't have any issues, then tomorrow instead of the Cuddy, it's fair game. Everybody's available to earn a Caterpillar. Make this month, this final stream of the, or not final stream of the month, but the final giveaway of the month, go out with a bang. Yeah, Mike, I don't have any problems having an extra pilot jump in to be able to knock this out today. I mean, I know it's an achievable goal, but it's one that we'd have to stay pretty diligent to knock out between just two of us within the 3-hour window. But yeah, I don't have any problem, accepting anybody's help. Do you already have me on your friends list? Well, actually, I'm not really too worried about the escorts or security right now. It's realistically just cat pilots. That's what I'm trying to look to fill out right now.
So apparently the Mustang just despawned, so I'll just bring up the Nox so that you can actually go away and come back.
Alright, no problem. Let's see, you've got that one there, so I want to just continue with the cycle and pull this one out.
Unless I see pieces of the Mustang scattered around the pest deck, it probably means that someone rammed it.
Yeah, that's really kind of the big thing. So, today I'm not doing the giveaway. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's normal giveaway would be a Cutlass Black for this month. But if we hit the 5,000 goal today, or 5 million goal today, then tomorrow, instead of the Cuddy, we'll give away a Caterpillar. That's what I was talking about, Mike. Now again, we're still at the mercy of the servers and the game and the whole 9 yards. I mean, we're off to a pretty solid foundation start, so... So, how does the Nox handle? I have never piloted one.
It's more like a speeder bike. We'll see.
Do you still use like the space bar and stuff in order to be able to get it to lift off the ground?
It's more like a snub ship.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, like I said, you would actually be flying one of my caterpillars. I can't load your caterpillar. Let's see what planet is off in the distance here. That's Aberdeen.
35 minutes estimated survival. Running around in light armor doesn't help a bit on this climate.
Adobe has way too many overlaps. Okay. Let me take a look at our exit vector, which means I can still hit aerial directly from this direction. Alright. As soon as I get to the right altitude. Alrighty. And you did head into Besdick, correct?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, so Mike, I appreciate the statement, but yeah, I would prefer kind of on my caterpillars, and the reason why is because, you know, as it being kind of a channel thing, I do, especially when it's these goals like this, I want it to be highly visible, that is exclusively coming from the ships that I have. In game, I can't without logging back to the menu, so you're going to have to add me to the contact list. It's Aft Biohazard. If somebody can type that in, because I've got my hands on the controls at the moment, that would be appreciative. Yeah. Thruster malfunctions, I get it. I'm holding down the shift key too much. There we go. Alright, so you are now added, sir. So go ahead and try and get into my server. It may take a little bit of time. And then once you're in server, shoot me a message here and let me know, and we'll get you added to the party. I don't know what that explosion was.
Yeah, that was my Nox exploding.
Okay.
Let me just grab the Mustang and go all the way over there.
Anderson, that would be freaking badass if they dropped the Prowler for purchasable ships in 311. I would have no problems with that. As it gets
Okay.
nerfed.
Heading to the tram.
Okay, so you died.
Yeah, the Nox doesn't really like the rocks on this planet.
Okay, no worries. So in that case, I'm not going to load yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you the couple minutes to get here, because I don't want to have the cargo just sitting here. I will, Anderson, in just a second. It sounded like Xano was going to bring his Mustang back out.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mike, let me know when you are on server. And also where you're located at when you do get logged into server. Alright, so you said you're at Hurl L1. Right? So, I'll tell you what, instead of heading to, Mike, instead of heading to Lorville, head over here to Ariel and Besdick, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because by the time you get flown in, I get the second Caterpillar loaded. You could take this Caterpillar and bring it back, and then I'll just commit suicide and be over there and ready to start swapping out with Xano. Because it probably shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to get over here at that point, from where you're at. You know, some of the coordination and logistics planning in here is just some of the best part. Just trying to figure out how to make the groups work.
I really didn't expect the Nox to blow up like that.
I don't think anybody expects to get out on a ship just to have it blow up on them when they're trying to drive it.
I mean, the Nox pretty much levitates around every rock. As soon as it just turned a little bit, it tipped sideways and I went on through the planet and the spaceship got destroyed.
Okay. So also, Mike, if you would like to, I know that you're on Twitch. Down below is a Discord link. You can click on that. It'll automatically invite you to Discord, and then you can always jump into the Discord with us so it's easier to chat. No, Jelly. Nobody listens to you anymore. Ever since you wussed out on going after one of the best, PvPers in the game, nobody listens to you anymore.
Oh, I missed Jelly's prediction.
One of the locations indeed sells Widow. Okay, good to know.
Location?
So that was Ralgoth had put some information about one. I think it was the orphanage. So it's where one of the box deliveries takes place. So you can always grab drugs as an outbound from that location with your ship and run those. All right, Kingsgate, welcome to chat here. If you have the stream on in the background, please try and mute it because it'll start looping in the comm channel.
All right, there we go.
And I do appreciate you coming by and helping us trying to meet this goal this morning.
All good, sir, no issues. En route to Bezdek.
Alright, so Zano, how far are you out?
I'm just going to get to the ship in the hangar and bolts out of here.
Alright, so we have about 2 or 3 minutes for each of y'all to get here, so no big deal. Alright. So like I said, what'll end up happening is I'll load whoever gets here first. They can head back to Lorville and request a landing spot. I'll go out of the zone, come back in, load the second caterpillar, I'll commit suicide, and then whoever's there at Lorville initially, I'll go ahead and get them loaded in a caterpillar and headed out, and then we'll do the same thing again. And just kind of keep the cycle going as quick as possible. I got time to play around out here while I'm waiting. And no, I'm not going to go driving off into the distance. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the Cyclone. Jelly Cyclone donuts. Yeah. You can definitely cause some problems with them. Okay, so here's my gray cat, but that's not what I want. I want my Cyclone.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust a gray cat on that terrain.
A gray cat is freaking nothing more than a golf cart, man.
That's en route, Houston.
Almost arriving to best deck, just dropping out of quantum.
Alright.
Just had issues setting destination to Ariel, so just heading to Houston first and then try and reset desto there.
Well, no worries, man. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with a high-speed dune buggy?
And low gravity on top of that.
My wheel will go through the pole, but nothing else will. Alright. It's fine. We'll get you set up here to where I can always just make a beeline back out of here if need be. Right
Okay, so
there's good.
right, I have my hawk with me, and there's a big ship around you.
There's another caterpillar coming in. Man, I thought my landings were rough. Oh, goodness. Alright, so, Zato, I'm gonna get you loaded up with one. Actually, you know what? We know the trick. I'm gonna let him load. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. We know the trick. I don't want him wanting to flip a caterpillar for any reason. So... Come on, Jelly. Don't be a jerk. We are hardened pros. Man, alright.
Okay, instead of one of the cats, I'll just stand by on the cargo hold just to see if you already filled it up.
Yep. I don't know if you got your voice over IP going, but go ahead and load up. I'm doing a channel recording, so I don't want to lock you out of commodity, so go load up real quick. See? We all don't have to be jerks in the verse. We can make it happen and make it work.
I still think that he's distrusting you.
I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, he's got two caterpillars and a hawk sitting out here. I mean, I would be very distrustful of the situation too. Although I'm afraid to be anywhere close to the front of his ship when he lifts off, knowing what I just saw with his landing.
I just saw a hawk go away.
I know, I jumped in it, because I'm going to wait for him to lift off,
Oh, okay.
and then that way I can reset the commodity and come back in. Because again, if I were to have loaded really quickly, then he's not gonna have access to the commodity, and we'll still have another ship sitting here. I don't want him getting pissed off, flipping a cat, doing something stupid. I'd rather take the extra 5 minutes. Because right now I don't have anything loaded, so I'm not risking anything but time.
Alright, sir, friendly saber inbound.
Alright, not a problem, man.
Careful, Mike. He hates sabers.
Now, why would you say that?
Because he actually hits sabers with his caterpillar, like a bat.
Hey, look, you got in the way. That's all there is to it.
Right, right.
I have no problems using a ship as a battering ram if that's what's needed.
Hey, if it's there, use it, eh?
It's kind of like my affinity for missiles. I don't care. They're part of the game. I will use them. Some people will call that scrubbish behavior, but at the end of the day, I don't care.
Okay, that guy is gone. If you want, set down the hawk, and let's try again.
Yep, already there. I already ran out of the zone to come back in, so. Alright, now hopefully I load the right one first, but... Alright, so King, the cat that's on the pad right now, that one will be yours.
Now I wonder, I've never owned like a buggy. If you leave your buggy over there, since it doesn't have a door or something like that, can anyone come and hijack it?
I think so.
Tell me who parked the cat on on the pad? I wonder if I got access to it.
I think that was that Xano that dropped that one there?
No, it's all good now. I've got access. It was basically standing on one leg back and doing like a twist.
Oh, that's the caterpillar legs glitching around sometimes.
Alright.
Yeah.
I have to run in and out of zone again. I did it a little too early.
So you didn't load any caterpillar, right?
Nope, not yet. It didn't take
Alright.
it. Not fast enough yet.
Alright, I'm in the cockpit. Engine ready.
Ah,
As soon
well,
as you're ready.
that's fine. I'm just gonna suck at driving my Cyclone here for a minute. See if I can find a open zone that I can make some distance on.
Start your bets on Shad. How long will Mike endure on this terrain?
Let's see. That was one rock. Screw this, I'm grabbing the ship from now on.
When you say reset, what do you mean by resetting?
we can reset the commodities. At
Okay,
the
that's
terminal,
interesting.
you can only load one vehicle at a time.
So how do you reset? By leaving the zone?
Yes. So
What do you mean by the zone?
you have to get out of the armistice zone and then come back in.
Oh,
Well,
okay, that makes sense.
That's that for the buggy, right?
Yeah, that's
Mike?
that for the buggy. Too many damn rocks. And I don't think I left the armistice zone. Yeah, I mean this is asinine how many rocks are sitting out here right now. Wondering if by the time they really get over here, I'll already be back for the most part. Yeah, I like the fighter version of doing this better. There are way too many rocks.
Well, feel free to take my saber if you want. confirm we're going to Lowville, yeah?
Yeah, will do. I mean, there's he's got the Hawk over here too, so I'll just grab one of them, whatever's closest.
Copy.
What are you doing?
Hey, just doing acrobatics.
Uh-huh. Okay, this particular time, the angle that I'm coming in at, the Hawk's closer. I mean, yeah, what could really go wrong here, right? That's weird. Some of these rocks way off in the distance are giving me some really weird patterning. I was only 750 meters out. I was not out of the zone, Anderson. I was not far enough to be able to make that happen. Or I shouldn't have been.
Well,
So-
the Nox is really, really fast, but the issue is that it also turns like crap. It like tips over when you turn.
There we go. Let's come back in. I mean, I was probably right there at the border of it, but...
Another graceful landing by Mike.
aggressively graceful. I'm trying to get this this show on the road.
Okay, Mike, try to open the hangar doors on your cat to see if yours is the one that loads first.
There we go. Alright, somebody's is loaded.
I'm out. I'm going back to Lorville.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and reset the terminal real quick, and then Mike will get yours loaded and get you headed out.
Copy that.
So, Mike, about the reset that you were asking before, the issue is that if you come with two ships and both of the ships belong to one person, you can actually just load one of them, because the moment you try to load the second one, it will say out of stock, error, or something like that. So what Brigand discovered is that it is not actually on a cooldown, is that it's actually just if you're on the zone and you leave the Armistice zone, like the sphere of influence, once you come back inside, you can load up the caterpillar as well.
Okay, well that's actually good to know.
Yeah, I bet that is not how it's intended to work. It's just like a workaround that we found.
Yeah, Anderson did a heck of a job. Brigand did a heck of a job figuring that out. Because that makes large loads viable again.
Oh no, definitely. And the thing is, I'm also very surprised that the Laranite is remaining at 24.1 now for almost a week already.
The running theory is because this month is Carrick month, that they knew that a lot of people would be just using them just to do nothing but trades, and my theory is that they left it available so that people could continue they could continue to draw more people into the game long term.
Okay.
I seriously doubt that there is like a dynamic economy working at the moment.
Come on. I left and came back in, so this should be more than adequate. Insufficient stock. One more time.
Well, we haven't tested it with 3 persons, by the way, Mike. We only tested it myself with Brigand.
Yeah, that shouldn't matter though, because the ships are all exclusively owned by me at this point, so... Let me try flying out one more time and flying back in. Actually, Mike, will you lift the caterpillar off, take it out of zone, and bring it back in? As well?
Roger. Okay, turning back inbound.
Alright. And you shouldn't have to land, you should only just have to...
Hover.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, Lostcom is asking what ships do you own?
Okay. I have multiple caterpillars. I have a 600i. Obviously, I have the freelancer that everybody gets. I have the reclaimer. I have a gladius, and I have my Hornet F7C, as well as the gray cat, the cyclone. You know, pretty much that's what my my current setup is. Oh, and the Bandu Defender. And my account ships, I have a Hull C and a that's not available in game yet. But then I also have the Bandu Merchantman.
Alright, so on point.
Yeah, we're still having purchase issues. That's weird.
Tell me, would you prefer me to stand down and continue? So then at least you know you've got a system that works.
Let's go ahead and head over to, if you want to drop down to the ground, open up, and we'll head over to Lathan real quick, since it's a micro jump over, just to get this bad boy filled up.
Yeah, probably we just need to redo it all over again. Yesterday when we were trading with Brigand, it worked like clockwork. Every time we arrived with 2 caterpillars, both of caterpillars, not even one, it didn't. It would never deny us to load any of the caterpillars.
All right. So yeah, if you'll just plan a micro jump over to Lathan here,
Roger.
we can kind of go from there. So it may just be that issue where it just has to be the 2 pilots and 2 caterpillars.
I think it will be like, it's really weird that it works just like that.
Well, I mean, the other aspect here is that one dude just loaded his cat, and I loaded mine. I mean, it may just still be, technically, there is still some kind of limit that sits there on what the terminal is possibly able to handle, but it doesn't make sense compared to what we've been seeing. So.
Exactly. Because I bet that when you come back from Lorville and you go right to Bestek once again, you will see that it has the full stock once again.
I mean, we can definitely try it now that we have the extra pilots here. I mean, it's not an issue. You know, I'll grab my freaking 3rd cat and come out at that point. I mean, that's not a problem.
So these will be 2 caterpillars, and we have 2 caterpillars left and a freelancer, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's try now. Maybe we can try with Lathan this time around, and you use your freelancers to do the out of Amnesty Zone.
So So, Mike, just let me know when we are physically on the ground. That way I can bounce out.
Okay. No, right, we're 20 out.
Okay, just landed.
Yeah, so Anderson, I had thought of that too, and that was the reason why I had Mike actually leave the armistice zone, and I waited for him to leave the armistice zone while I was out of it to come back in. And it still wouldn't load us. It still kept telling us insufficient stock. So, that's one of those that I think that's a challenge. I mean, if the process works with 2, then yeah, it should work larger than that, but it is what it is.
Okay, I'll wait for you guys over here. Be right back in just a moment.
No worries.
We're at 6,000.
Yeah, this round trip is taking significantly longer than I was hoping for this 4-cat load. Yep, and if you've watched the channel, dude, I'm not worried about pretty. I'm just worried about on the ground.
Alright, we're on the ground.
Alright. Thank you. Let's see, where is the terminal for this one? Back that way.
Put you right at the front door.
Alright, you're loaded. Go ahead and head on back.
Okay.
Yeah, Anderson, rehydration point process complete. Why are you telling Bajini Point Arcor? You better not have fucking put me at Arcourt. That would suck. No, okay.
You want me to wait inside the ship?
Yeah, go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Request a zone. Go ahead and land it, and then what'll happen is once you exit, I'm gonna pull out another 2 caterpillars, and I'll tell you which one to head to, which hangar to head to.
Okay, copy. That's fine.
Yeah, Anderson. Apparently they do lie. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I have nothing to do with Bajini Point. Why the hell are you sending me to Bajini Point? make it? No. Damn it. I was just right there, too. I love it when that happens.
So do you think they're going to give us another wipe again in 3.10?
Say again?
Do you think they're going to give us another wipe in 3.10?
I'm going to say it. I'm inclined to say that it's highly possible, just because of what's been going on with a lot of the commodity trading. But who knows? I mean, everything's supposed to, you know, the ships and the gear and stuff like that, it's supposed to be persistent. But so that's kind of where I'm at. Is you know, if they just do a database wipe and wipe out funds or wipe out stuff like that, as long as the ships stay persistent, I think most people won't be too crazily upset. But
They will be shooting themselves in the foot if they wipe everything.
yeah, I agree.
But then again, it's 6, so anything can happen.
I mean, they tried to do the whole 3.9 no wipe, and then it was, what, 3 days later they had to do the database wipe? It was ridiculous because of the bugs that they had sitting in there. I blame the Evocati for not testing it fully. Alright, Zano, you are on the ground, right?
Yeah, hanging around in the hangar, just waiting for the next scat.
Hangar 1.
Roger that.
And feel free, go ahead and head to Lathan.
Okay.
Alright, and Mike, I'm assuming...
I'm in the process of landing now.
Okay.
Not on the deck yet.
So, Zano, your hangar door should be open when you get there.
Yes.
Alright, so Mike, let me know when you're on the ground and you have actually gotten out of the ship.
Copy.
Because I see you on the pad in 11.
You know, I actually went ahead and went into the Spectrum or forums and asked the dev to add like a placeholder repair gun.
Right, so I'm at the ship on the deck.
Alright. Zano, as soon as you are off, I will get Mike his Caterpillar pulled.
Okay, just departed.
Yep, I'm waiting for the confirmation to come in on screen. Alright, so that should now be completely clear. Alright, Mike, Caterpillar 3. Hangar 4, please.
Roger.
And the door should be open. The hangar door should be open when you're there.
Okay. And where are we going? Lathan or the other one?
Go ahead and head to Lathan.
Roger.
Yeah, I can't wait until they have like the org controls set up where you can actually loan the stuff out and have it run. I think that's going to be a lot easier than having to sit here and coordinate ship launches. And Xano, probably what's going to happen is I'm going to fly the Freelancer out there, but instead of loading it, I'm just going to use it to get in and out of the zone, and as soon as I got both cats loaded, y'all on your way back, I'll do the same thing. I'll just commit suicide. That way we can get the 4 unloaded quickly.
Roger that.
Alright, I'm airborne.
So I'll just bring the Bandu. Like I said, not worried about loading it. Might as well go ahead and fly a fun one. And we're gonna have to pick up our pace on this this last hour of the stream in order to be able to make that goal. No blows up, Xano. Your brother's giving you shit, buddy.
Hey, it's not my fault. A levitating bike crashes onto rocks that they didn't even hit.
Well, you're supposed to account for the CIG factor.
Ah, yeah, right.
Come on, you know it's true.
Well, yeah, it's also my fault for not reading Jelly's comment. He actually said that I was actually going to blow up.
Alright, Lorville, come on. Let me out of here.
Regan and Raul going back and forth about buying Widow.
Anderson, I don't know. I have no idea which one's larger. I haven't put them side by side. Let's see, what is our exit angle here? So fastest route is for me to do a partial. Just really quickly. Both of y'all already landed?
Yeah, and just above Lathan.
Alright, I'm starting my jump to Ariel right now. So be there in about 2 minutes. Now let's hope that I don't bring the Banu in a screaming landing and crash. Alright. Alright, last run coming in. Or last jump, should I say, coming in on you guys. Is there anybody else hitting up the location right now?
Not at the moment. Only 2 incoming blips, and those are you two.
Alright, 1 second. Mute channel until I turn it back on. The beeps are going to get overbearing. Boy, she just wants to rock. Oh, dude, no, don't worry about, you know, that's what it's there for. It's easy for me to mute the channel. You know? Go ahead and chat away. And if we end up with the same bug or the same issue here, then we do know that it has to do with 3 pilots at that point. You know? At least we can confirm that.
Yeah, hey, we're doing research.
Somebody's loaded.
Okay, I think it's Mike's. Oh, no, it's mine. Okay, heading back to Lorville.
Alright, I'm running out to see if I can get out of the armistice zone to get this reset.
You want me to jump out as well, or shall I hang tight and we test it?
Just hang tight while I test it.
Aye.
Because both of you were here before I ever even got into zone, so...
Maybe that's the issue.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. It won't take me long to lift off and go do what I got to do and come back, so... Alright, old girl, come on. Alright, where are we at?
Moment of truth.
Hold on, I gotta actually set it to max. Insufficient stock. Yep, so even going in and out of the armistice zone, there's something about the third pilot that it's having problems with.
Make him go out of the armistice zone and you stay.
Alright, so go ahead and try that, King.
Alright, I'm out, coming back. Alright, coming back in again.
Yeah, and if for any reason this doesn't work, go ahead and head over to Bezdek and I'll meet you over there.
Okay. Alright, in position.
Maybe it's the fact that when you leave, Mike, since we are all in the party, when I left, when we were just the two of us, you load my cat, I go away, and then the last ship, you go away, but there's no party member in the instance.
Yeah. Alright, head on over to Bezdek. We're just gonna beat this one. I'm not gonna sit here and you know, do a whole bunch more crazy testing. I'll meet you over there in just 2 seconds.
Roger.
Next time, just both of you go out of the amnesties and come back. But not this one. Next one.
We did that already on the last time.
What I can do is maybe on the next approach, I will wait outside the armistice zone. You leave, you come back, you reset, and then from there I come in. Then that should register as only one pilot instead of two. Because now, the past couple of times, you had two pilots on the deck at the same time waiting. If that makes any sense.
It's possible. I mean, we can give it a go. It's not gonna...
Yeah.
We gotta sell and clear out the cats anyway.
Okay. Because maybe that might be the issue. If I wait outside the armistice zone, then it only picks up one pilot at a time and not two.
Yeah, and I'd say to be on the safe side, we have a pilot actually sit 10K out. You know, because that's normally that like trade terminal window is like that 10K.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try that on the next run and have a look. Alright, 17 out.
And that's
We still have a couple of fighters sitting out here, which is funny.
They should have despawned by this time.
I think only when you claim them, they'll probably despawn after a while, but from the time they still belong to somebody, they should still be there.
Yeah, it kind of just it kind of just depends on how active the zone is. People coming in and out of it. I think it elongates how long a ship stays. That's also sitting technically abandoned. Chris, I don't think it's delayed. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see it come in just after the beginning of July timeframe. Which my original guess was going to be mid-July, but because of what's going on with Evocati and everything.
Alright, I'm on point.
You're loaded.
Thank you, heading
I'll
out.
see you back.
Okay.
Alright, and Xano, you've already made it back and touchdown?
Yeah, already waiting for you over here.
Okay. I'm headed directly to the trade terminals then.
So on this next round, you're taking 3 caterpillars out.
We can take. Let's try the 2, okay? And then what we'll have happen is Xano, you go in and land in the zone. And then we'll have Mike hold about 12 or 15k out. And then once I've got you landed, I'll exit the zone and come back in, and then have Mike land, and then we'll load him. And then I'll commit suicide and meet you guys back at Lorville.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
We'll try and see if that window is that actual window is bigger because of three pilots.
Have any news about the Evocati servers? Like how are spaceships handling themselves on the atmospheres on some planets?
I haven't seen any leaks yet.
Yeah, I'm very curious about how is the Caterpillar going to handle itself,
I went to the wrong
like
side.
going to planet side.
Very difficult, I will assume.
Alright, so I shouldn't have gone there. I should be going to the right. See, I just turned the wrong direction again. Alright, Anderson, I got turned around here, buddy. So screw it. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and just head to the spaceport and then catch the train over.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfer to the perimeter, spaceport, and
Hey, someone voted my request.
On which one? I know you had said it earlier, but sorry, my brain's kind of going 10 miles an hour.
I was just asking them. I just made a request on the Ask the Devs forum about to add an attachment for the multi-tool, just like the cutter, but instead of doing damage, it repair damage.
Okay. So for the engineer style gameplay.
Well, actually, if you have a fighter ship and you have like 4 weapons on the ship, you remember that you can get any components damaged, right?
Yeah.
Coolers, engines, everything, even the weapons. The issue is that weapons don't get repair on stations. So let's say that you have one of the weapons below 50% health. It's going to perform like it's not powered all the way up.
Yeah.
So the only option that you have is to either claim the ship or manually turn off the ship, go out with a multi-tool cutter and cut the weapon away so that when you repair, you get it replaced. Well, I've repaired many times on my saber and it doesn't. Maybe it's a bug on the saber. I don't know.
Is it a visual glitch that's just happening where it looks like it's just not there, or is it? Yeah, because again, you do a lot of the combat missions, so you have a lot more experience with that than I would.
Oh, on the Super Hornet, I rarely get a gun damage, but normally on my saber, I always pretty much go head-on against some other sabers, and they have ballistics sometimes, and they damage my weapons, which are pretty much in front of the ship. So it gets to a point that one of my weapons is at like 20% health, and it's like firing a shot with 2 seconds, even overclock. So if I go to repair it at a station, it will still remain at 20%. It won't get repaired.
All right. So Mojo, I just saw your remark there, and yes, I do know that you can wait 10 minutes and that you would have a refresh that would take place. We're actually, even though I'm doing this goal right now, we're trying to test out something where it has to do with being able to get in and out of station and having it reset the machine or the terminal much quicker than the 10-minute window.
Well, it does indeed work. It's just that with 3 pilots, maybe there is something else to it.
And that's why I wanted to do have one pilot hold over 10K out. That way, it's they're not even considered on station. You know?
Yeah. It's just that me and Brigham, whenever we're on, we're just limited to that 2 people only.
All right, I'm at the terminals waiting.
All right, you got the ship on the ground. You're waiting for another pull.
Cats on the deck, ready for you.
All right, no problem. I am about to sell all 4, and then we'll be clear and ready to go.
Copy.
I mean, if you want to head back to that Caterpillar really quickly, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah, as soon as I landed in the center of the hangar. When I got out, the Caterpillar was all in the far corner. It's like it magically drifted.
Yeah, it's that.
So to
landing
take
gear
off
glitch.
might be an issue. Yeah, so to take off might be an issue on that.
No worries, we got it.
What I'm afraid is that as soon as some time has passed, you probably will get the automatic store even if you're outside in the space.
Oh, the server just got really laggy. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And 4th. One sec. update the tracker here.
To 688.
Yeah, I think had we have not run into those issues early on, we definitely would probably be at least another million ahead of this right now. So the five may not happen on stream, but it may be something that I wrap out later on tonight.
How much time do we have?
Technically on stream we have about 36 minutes. Which is basically enough for one more full load round.
Or maybe two if we make it flawlessly.
Yeah, and we'd have to do all 3 caterpillars. Even if that means I have to bounce to another location. But I think all knowing what we have left, I think I'd rather go ahead and just try the let's hold the third pilot out routine as far as holding him out beyond the 10K and find out what's going on. I think it would be an extreme stretch to try and be able to make it happen as far as the dollar amount, but I think it would be better. Hold on one second.
Still, will if we just make it just one more run, we'll be just 1 million short.
Yeah, we will, and again, that's something that I know hands down I can easily do on my own. Just fly one cat out, load it, come back, fly another cat. So that's why I said I can do that in less than an hour on my own. But I want to verify and make sure this works so that way other people have the opportunity to, make this work. You know what I mean?
Sure, take advantage of it.
Because we know how to do it with 2, but I want to be able to see how to do this with 3 or more. Okay, Xano, first caterpillar. Just 1 second, I've got it pulling, so I'm trying to find out where it's at. 5. Hangar 5.
Roger that.
And your door will be open when you get there.
We got player pirates at Tram and Myers.
Yeah, Anderson, I'm actually going to have him hold beyond the 10K, so it'll be about at least 12 out. Because a standard trade terminal, you can react maximum of 10K out that I've seen in the game. Because by the time I would go get in a ship, fly out, and then both of us fly back in, I land, he should be close enough to be able to load at that point. So, Mike, it's probably either going to be Hangar 4 or Hangar 5 if you want to go ahead and head down there really quickly after he's out the gate.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Rather than maybe we would have already started.
Say that again. Comms was sketchy. I didn't hear you clearly.
Hangar 5.
Hangar 5. You want me to wait 10k out, yeah?
Hold about 12k out. I want you to just be
Copy.
on that.
Alright.
Oops. That would have been bad. So I think part of this is I want to... Yeah. I'm going to have to fly in on another ship. That's good. Alright, Mike, can you say something real quick? Because your mic was really, really hot. I just dropped the volume in.
Okay, go.
Let me take you back up just a bit.
Copy.
Try now.
How do you read?
That's much better. Yeah, and red, not a problem. Like I said, my headset's a little bit different. It's on its own different, you know, audio value, so I sometimes that doesn't come across to me. So Xano, which one did you head to?
Lathan.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're already there.
Yes, just
At
10
this point.
just 10 clicks away. But going there to land.
Yeah, Red, I've been waiting for the cyberpunk stuff to happen, and it just never seems to ever really happen. So hopefully it does come out. see now. What side of the planet are we coming out on? Oh, that's good enough. I can get an angled aerial from there. Alright, so let's put it on this run. Let's put it to its final test here. See how well it works out. Because I want to be able to, ultimately the goal here, guys, is I want to be able to get the 4 cats out, get 4 pilots running, and have 4 pilots able to do this. And if we have the technique down, then it's, again, easy something to visit tomorrow, come back out and prove its case. You know?
Sounds good.
Yeah, imagine having 4 pilots on each cat and you just focus on coming here with your freelancer. Then when 4 cats are heading back to Lorville, you pretty much just suicide, go to the terminal, sell it, and then you catch the ride on the last caterpillar while the other just stay put 12 kilometers behind the Lathan or Vestek.
Yep. That's the goal, is to be able to figure out how to make that. Come on. There it goes, finally. That took 4 different times of realigning to get the quantum to actually kick off. Now, I have to remind myself, I'm in a freelancer. It ain't stopping on a dime. I'm not in a fighter.
You know, I'm actually inclined to buy the freelancer Mist.
It's a potent ship. It is a very potent ship. In the right hands and the right pilot, that thing can just rip some people up.
Still turns very slow.
Alright, I'm sitting about 11.6 out.
Alright, no problem. I'll come whizzing past you here in a second.
Yeah, I'm just pushing back to 12.
So what we'll do is, once I land and get him loaded and he's out, I'm going to jump back over into the freelancer real quick, and I'm going to head out. And as soon as I'm out of the armistice zone, I'll come back up to you, have you land, and then I'll come in after the fact, because everybody that we've loaded has always been a pilot that has been here before me.
Alright. Alright, so you just tell me when to start heading in.
And I ain't going for pretty here, I'm going for effective done. Screw it, I'm going back. I don't need any gate issues or ladder issues.
Always use the side entrance for a space exit, and always use the rear door for ground access.
Anderson, we're in the middle of it right now. We're trying to make it happen. Alright, let's load the Caterpillar. This will be a good test here. You're loaded. You can get out, Xeno. I'm heading back to my ship so I can fly out. Give me a couple seconds to get out of the zone here, and then I'll let you know when to head in.
Copy.
Alright, go ahead and start your approach.
Inbound.
Let's see, I should be a pretty good distance away here. Step out beyond 10 so that you can come in and land, and then I'll come in on you.
Alright, 6,000 out. I'm on point.
Okay. Be there in a second. Hey, let's do a little slide. There we go. Now I feel at home.
Damn, you're right, that was ugly.
Yeah, this thing just, you know, when you get used to certain ships, you jump into others and you're like, okay, that ain't the way it works. It ain't pretty. But whatever, because this ship is getting left behind anyway. As long as I don't blow up, it's an okay landing to me at this point. Oh, wow, come on. Xano, have you landed?
I'm just about to.
Okay. There we go. Now I can select it. Or maybe I can't.
Maybe I'm too high off the pad.
No, hold on a second. I think you're all right. Just the system itself was giving me grief on selecting the ship, so I think you're okay. Alright, so this looks like what the technique is. We're going to have pilots hold out for outside of a 10K marker rim. Because it's processing the order, but it looks like it's going to finish filling you up here in a second. Yep, it completed. Go ahead and head on back.
Copy, heading.
Alright.
What I wonder is, do you also require you to be outside of the perimeter, or just the ship that is intended to receive the funds?
We can test that again a little bit later on, not on stream. I'm going to go ahead and head back because we are actually at a point in time where it's close to the end of true stream time. So that is something that we can mess around with probably a little bit later on. But it does make sense though now that we can have multiple Caterpillar pilots. We just line them up outside of the zone, and jump in and out, have each ship loaded. And by the time we get the ship in and get situated, the other pilot should be just about back. So it's not going to be some ridiculously stupid risk at that point. So I will ask you this. I know it's late for you guys. Anderson and Zano, what time, when, just so I can kind of coordinate. It won't be late this evening because I'm going over to Chad and Becca's. But I can try and get on a little bit earlier tomorrow so that we can see if we can do a quick test, if you guys would be willing.
What time are you on right now?
Right now I'm at almost noon.
Okay, so you have 6-hour difference. So normally tomorrow I'll be able to be here from, let's see, 6 a.m. until 8 a.m., which is my break from midday to 2 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me try, and I'll see if I can get up, and I'll try and get on about 6 a.m. so we can run the test real quick. If not, I mean, tomorrow's a trade day anyway. We can run the test tomorrow. First thing. That's no big deal.
Yes, for sure. Brigham will probably be on tomorrow all day. Probably. I don't really have a confirmation, but should be free tomorrow.
Okay.
No, I'll do my best. If I'm on early enough and you're online, if you do still need some help, I'll jump on.
Not a problem, man. I appreciate it. You actually helped us figure out what the scenario is and how to make it work. I mean, obviously we can do it with 2 cats, but having the third person come in, the goal is to be able to have a fleet of cats able to come in and out of a location and knock that stuff out. Because even if we're in a scenario where we have a server that we've got on lockdown, we want to make sure that we have it to where the pilots know we can coordinate traffic coming in and out of a location.
That makes sense.
Because it doesn't do anybody any good to just kind of be sitting there and be stuck and not be able to load.
Alright, coming in for landing.
Alright. I'm just going to head over to the Central Business District and get this sold with these 2 particular loads. So that should be like another 600, almost 700K. So not quite where we wanted to be, but had we have had time to pull off one more full round, I think we would have been great.
We had some hiccups.
Hiccups, yes, but good testing opportunities.
Oh, sure.
Because just like, you know, when I did this little, you know, pick up a ship, take it out, bring it back, you know, that whole routine, and get all of them loaded up before going out to sell, and then Anderson, you know, has come up with how to get around the, you know, have two people come in and load. Now we're effectively at a point where we can have, you know, as many ships as we want come in and potentially load. So I think that's a freaking awesome progression of testing that we were able to do here over the last, you know, what, week and a half, 2 weeks total.
Yeah, for sure. And what I'm I'm really curious about if it also works like that, even if the Laronite is not flowing, for example, like with titanium, for example.
With what?
Titanium.
Titanium. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure. What I because that the I don't know if it's affecting titanium right now. Laronite is flowing, but I don't know if titanium is really going to be affected by high prices.
Usually it's not affected that much. I mean, it's at a low price right now, but the fact of the matter is that titanium is a fantastic one that if you need a bunch of quantity to load out with, and you've got 4 vehicles, you can easily load out with it. So, and let's just be honest, if you go to Besdick and Lathan and you load up on Laronite, and then a second ship loads up and it's almost capped, you cap it off with titanium and you load the rest with titanium and make your round trip. Don't even waste the additional time, just load it up and go. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But that's under normal circumstances. Right now, with everything with what we're deeming as flowing, yeah, we just want to be able to get in, grab the best that we can get, and get it all knocked out. I wasn't paying attention to my sprint monitor there. I was gonna give myself a freaking heart attack, pass out. Alright, so I will have to say that we will have to redo this goal for another day, because it's definitely attainable now that we know the mechanics behind making it work.
Yeah, for sure it's attainable. If we had from the start like 4 pilots, and you just focus on staying over there with a nimble ship going in and out, you probably do like, let's say, 4 cats each 20 minutes.
I'd go a little bit longer than that, but yeah, I mean, I'd say you'd be able to get 4 cats in full after getting the launches accounted for, getting the caterpillars over there, getting everything said and done. You'd probably be sitting in a situation of maybe 30 minutes-ish.
Yeah, but that is if you take into account landing the Laronite. But if you want to be extra risky with your investment, you could have the pilots hang around Laurelville while you hang out in the trade terminal.
Yep, so let me add this back in here. Alright, so we did 3.36 million today, guys. That's what we were able to knock out, even doing just testing at this point.
If you take into consideration that was the same amount that we did the last time in 7 hours.
Yep. Alright, so that is going to be just for the updated tracker portion of all that. But guys, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and wrap the stream up. And again, we can do a little bit further testing with shrinking that zone from 10K and shrinking it down into the armistice zone concept. And hopefully that will work out. You know, we'll... you know, Xano, especially if you're available for a couple hours tomorrow, and let's see if I can get some time this afternoon or whatnot on my own, I should still be able to pull a total of 5 million net for the day. And if that's the case, then tomorrow you'll see it. The title of the stream will actually be a Caterpillar giveaway. So with that, guys, I'll tell you, I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you all had fun. I know it was not as much of an interactive stream as it typically is, because we were trying to figure out some issues and figure out how to make some stuff work. But I appreciate everyone for being here, and you know what? Like we say it all the time, keep on adventuring.